Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarris' top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
Gladly. Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
You went behind my back on this one, boss. With all due respect, you hired me to keep this place secure. But I can't do that if you are not 100% straight with me.
Why are you getting so defensive? All I'm saying is we should be looking forward, Adam, not back. You may not realize this, but there is a war going on out there. A war to control intellectual property rights and cutting-edge science. And as commander-in-chief of this company, I have to be ready for anything. I hired you instead of that private security company Frank wanted because I needed somebody loyal. Somebody who understands chain of command.
Whoa, don't get me wrong, boss. I'm not questioning your leadership. I'm just concerned that the data you streamed might have been compromised, accessed by the hacker who attacked us. If so, how do you suggest I handle it?
Good question. I guess we should consider every possibility. Look, I'm not going to share every single detail of this data with you. As CEO of this company, there are things I can't release, even to you, Frank, or Athena. I consider us all a team here, but we each have our own roles to fill. I decide who gets trusted with what, and in this case, you're just going to have to do your job without knowing all the facts. Megan said you could roll with the punches. Proof she was right.
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
No, Adam. You were discussing it. I just told you it's time to move on. Seriously, the data I streamed is not going to hurt anyone. It was just some routine background information I needed to get familiar with after a discussion I'd had with Megan one night. It's the kind of stuff I look at all the time, and if someone did get a hold of it, they wouldn't know what to do with it. I'm telling you, we're fine. Trust me.
Boss, 6 months ago, mercenaries knew stuff about this company that I didn't and used it to get past my security measures. I don't really care what kind of secrets you and Megan were keeping back then. I just want to make sure they don't endanger us again.
What exactly are you implying, son? That I would endanger my own staff to cover my indiscretions? I've been willing to give you a bit of leeway here, considering everything you've been through these past months, but let's not forget why it is you're even alive. Honestly. Are we done here? Because we still have to discuss our next move. Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the typhoon or with some other top secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Saying he didn't have time for staff reports. I've never seen Frank this stressed out about something.
Well, can you blame him?
I'd ask how it went with Sarif, but I recognize that look. He stonewalled you, didn't he?
Yeah, he wasn't forthcoming, that's for sure.
Well. Looks like we finally have something in common, Jensen. We've both been shut out of the ivory tower. But don't worry. You get over it.
Just how much information was Sarif sending out of this company?
First of all, he was bringing it in, not sending it out. And if you're about to ask me to magically summon it out of the ether for you, forget it. I've been at this company long enough to know you don't go head-to-head with the boss.
And yet you just sent me to do that very thing.
That's because in my book, you're expendable.
A secret prison camp hidden in Highland Park? You've got to be kidding me.
That's what Will was saying. You heard Frank talking to
I will not be accompanying Mr. Taggart to the charity dinner.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hangsha.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in. Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approacheth.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hangshaw Court Gardens? It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Hey, do you know how to get to the Hong Honghua Hotel.
Ah, I see. Someone's looking for some action.
城里最好的价格。
You know, there's an amazing view of the cityscape on the rooftop that's just underneath the
This
hangar.
rooftop could
If
make
you're nice enough, maybe I'll take you there.
What are you looking for, Lao Wei? Guns? Hacking equipment?
What makes you think I'm a bad?
Hey, 你在浪费我的时间。再见。
再见。
It's just a little something. Tao fan? Tao fan, man?
Well, it was a black day. The bell tower's got the whole apartment complex locked down.
I need to get
Nobody
something
knows
in my
why.
apartment.
I
I don't care what kind of operation is going on. Now let me in immediately.
Can't oblige you, ma'am. Now move along, please.
How
Sorry, pal. No one's allowed in right now.
how dare you? Who are you to tell me I can't get into my own home? Do you know how much money I pay for this place?
I said move along before there's trouble.
Anyone crosses this perimeter, give them one warning. If they ignore you, start shooting. You can't risk infiltration. Do I give my warning in English? What kind of question? Whatever the fuck language you want. Everyone understands the universal sign language.
Access granted.
Who's holding up the damn elevator?
No idea, sir.
Well, you better find out. That elevator has to be free at all times. Our specialist needs to get up here and break into this computer ASAP.
Acknowledged, sir.
What the hell is that?
Where are you hiding?
Need a line of sight. I'll kill you. On the run! Come on!
Someone's running.
Access granted.
Get word to Pritchard, Malik. The hacker who's been attacking us goes by the handle Windmill. Real name's Ari Van Bruggen. Bell Tower's been brought in to arrest him.
Arrest or get rid of?
Either way, he found out someone was gunning for him and took off. We need to find him.
There's a nightclub near where I dropped you called the Hive. It's notorious in black market circles. If this Dutchman is running, his first stop will be there.
I'll have a chat with the owner.
人杀最好的。
那些商人能帮你搞到几乎任何东西，尤其是那些不寻常家。
Somebody told us that the Hive is the place to go around here.
Yes, many business people from Upper Hampshire go there.
My buddy Les never pays to get into the Hive.
You've got to be kidding me. The owner of the most popular club in Hengsha has his office in a smelly old basement?
Mr. Tong is conscious of his roots. He likes everyone.
只是我啊，还是今晚的酒速度太高
It's
了。
gone. My pocket secretary.
对，那又怎样？
那个怎样？
不尊贵的东西。
就在楼上走的那个。
穿迷彩服的那个，你开什么玩笑？
我懂，戴黑眼镜，人看上去更性感。那个。
You work here?
Yeah, you could say that.
Good. I need to see your boss.
Really? Well, I'm sorry, Guilo. Mr. Tong Zihong sees no one today.
Look, I didn't come halfway around the world to take no for an answer. Do us both a favor and tell me where he is.
Or what? You get mad and tear down a few walls with those enhancements of yours? This place isn't named the Hive for nothing. It's got plenty of worker bees come out of the paneling to stop you. What is it you think Mr. Tong do for you anyway?
I'm looking for someone. A cybersecurity specialist named Ari Van Bruggen. You know him?
Never heard of him. What'd he do? Steal your girl? Owe you money?
He had a job go bad, and now he's on the run from the people who hired him. But you knew that already, because a man like Mr. Tong doesn't hire idiots. And this is the first place people like Van Bruggen come when they need help. So stop wasting my time and take me to Tong.
You've got it backwards, boy. You're wasting my time. Van Bruggen is minor league player. Tong knows who he is. He just don't care. He's got bigger things to worry about.
You expect me to fall for that? Small-timers don't attract this much attention. They don't have bell tower soldiers staking out their apartments. Van Bruggen's pissed off somebody big. And there's no way Tom's going to ignore that kind of development in his town.
You're smarter than you look. Yeah. Tong is keeping a close eye on things. Like you said, he's no fool. Van Bruggen is more than just a hacker, you know. He trained in counterintelligence. He's got forged identities, secure bank accounts, and safe houses all over the world. He's already off this island, and I guarantee you'll never find him.
Being an outsider here gives me the advantage. I got backup and support that nobody else knows about, plus some resources of my own. Your boss can gain from all this, but only if you let me see him.
We don't need anything from you, Xiao Bie-san. I can't believe you fell for that. Van Bruggen's no spook. He had to run to us for help. We took pity on him and found him someplace safe to hide. You're trying my patience. You tell me nothing about who you are, who you work for, or what you want from Van Bruggen. And you want me to trust you? Never!
You'll say anything to get rid of me, won't you? There's no way Tom can hold on to Van Bruggen for long. Not with the kind of resources his enemies are throwing into the search. He'll be dead within a week, and Tong with him. Unless somebody, namely me, takes the heat off. And soon.
I wonder if you would say that if you knew the kind of heat the Dragon Queen gives off. But I won't refuse a gift horse when it's staring me in my mouth. Tong's office is downstairs. I'll radio the others to let you through. You see this? Panda screw it up in the fourth. I'm just flushing my money down the pot.
You're Tong?
You only work that out now. Guess you're not as sharp as you think. How about you tell me who you work for? Then I decide what I tell you about Van Bruggen.
Does the name Seraph Industries ring any bells?
Seraph Industries? Isn't that American company stole all the headlines a while back? You're still in business?
Why wouldn't we be?
Check the news. Biotech corporations seem to be failing a lot these days, especially the ones who are making enhancements. Van Bruggen's in the Alice Garden pods. Capsule 301. Place is a rat hole, but it's useful sometimes. Make sure you leave him in the same shape you find him.
And if I don't?
Your call. But those implants of yours might look even more special on somebody else.
Malik, you were right. Tong is helping Van Bruggen. He stashed him in the Alice Garden pods.
Thought as much. A hacker who knows his way around corporate firewalls would make a valuable asset for the Triads. I'm at the pods myself, Jensen. Want me to run interference?
No. Don't put yourself at risk. I'm heading there now.
它火热的气息会把你烧焦的。
我听说他们想把改变回原来那种普通的旅馆。
那我们这些租房的怎么办？
这个月有。
Jensen, I was on my way out.
What are you doing here, Malik? I told you I got this one.
I know. I didn't do anything. Trust me. Van Bruggen's all yours.
Hang on a second. Something's wrong. What is it? Why are you here?
It's nothing. I mean, can't a girl have secrets?
Sure. Makes them more interesting that way. But when the girl is my pilot and my only ticket out of here, I prefer a more open relationship.
Good point.
Glad you agree. But you still haven't answered the question.
Fine, since you're so damn curious. Years ago, I used to live here, remember? My friend, my best friend, Evelyn. She was like a sister to me. Made living here fun. But then there was an accident. She's dead.
I'm sorry, Malik.
Wait, Jensen, let me finish. I thought I was okay with it, but I know she didn't just die. She was killed. Murdered. Her damn scumbag boyfriend did it. I know he did. I knew he was trouble right from the start, but she just wouldn't listen to me.
Malik, easy. If your friend was murdered, the police would have suspected something. They would have investigated.
That's just it. There was no investigation. They said she fell down a flight of stairs like it was some kind of freak accident. But her wounds, the way she died, they don't add up. It's right here in the damn blood spatter analysis.
Blood spatter? You've seen the police report?
Yes. A friend left a copy of it in a pod here for me to pick up. Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's been a cover-up. I just have to prove it. If I could get my hands on the autopsy report, the one that never surfaced, I know I'd get the truth. Except...
Why do I suspect I'm about to get dragged into something?
Look, Jensen, I'm sorry. I know Van Bruggen is the priority here, and I told you it was my business and I could take care of it. It's just... The more I think about it, the more I realize I'm in over my head. I'm just a pilot. I'm not a damn cop. But I need to know the truth.
Okay, I'll help. What do you need me to do?
My lead, he works for LIM. He's a systems technician who apparently has access to their entire database. He's willing to hand over a copy of Evelyn's autopsy report.
So you want me to meet him and get the report? Is that it?
Yes, but he'll only respond to a certain phrase. Death and life have their determined appointments. To which he'll reply, riches and honors depend upon heaven.
Christ, Malik, this is starting to sound like something out of a bad spy movie.
I know. He's just trying to protect himself. I didn't pick the damn quote. So just play along and remember the line, okay? You'll find him inside the lobby of the Lower Hengsha Limb Clinic.
Does this guy have a name?
None that I know of. But he apparently goes by the handle Anonymous X. I know.
Anonymous X. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, before I forget, everything concerning Evelyn's incident, newspaper articles, the police report, limb details, it's all inside pod 009 here in the hotel. You should read over everything if you can.
Pod 9. Got it.
I need to go. Contact me with any updates and... Thank you. I really appreciate this, Jensen.
To deny allegations of involvement in secret United Nations meetings about the augmentation debate. Here's what the man had to say.
My visit to Prague was related exclusively to the project which has consumed all of my attention these days.
You're referring to the Panchaea Project, the cooperative global initiative that aims at healing our world.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble. And it's time that we as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance of doing it through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal management.
Forgive me, Mr. Darrow, but many people believe that your Arctic Ocean installation is more risk than certainty.
哎，我要去洗个澡。
这么几拳就累了？不会吧？再说，澡堂还没开门呢。
我知道，就算他们开了门，我也不怎么想要去。我告诉你，我付了那么多的房租，到最后还要跟其他12个笨蛋家伙 共用一个浴室。
It doesn't happen
这个地方有很多地方跟那个监牢啊没什么不一样。
那你打算找房东谈谈，还是怎么样？
然，怎么你的声音听起来很沮丧呢？
我连着5圈都赢，他不郁闷才怪呢。
I feel weird even talking about this because when it's all said and done, both Sarif and Zhao are cut from the same cloth. And that cloth is a blood-soaked one, people. Not only because they're both CEOs. Those who profit off people carving themselves up and attaching mechanical toys to their
Was related exclusively to the... The project which has consumed all of my attention these days.
You're referring to the Panchaea Project, the cooperative global initiative that aims at healing our world.
Earth's ecosphere is in serious trouble tonight. We as a species stepped up to make things better. Our best chance at doing this is to modify ocean temperatures through a combination of ion seeding and geothermal management.
Forgive me, Mr. Dale, but many people believe that your Arctic Ocean installation is more risky.
Forget it, man. You're not my type.
This isn't a booty call, Van Bruggen. This is about you and some friends of yours I met in Detroit.
Detroit? Yeah, okay. I got it now. You with Sarif, right? You were there when I had to pull the plug.
So you admit it. You were running a mole.
The heck, man. Just the heck. Worst decision I ever made taking that gig. As you can obviously see.
You attack my people, Windmill. You hope to walk away from this. You tell me what you know.
Down, boy. I've got no allegiance to that backstabbing bitch who hired me. Especially after she painted a target on my back. The girl you want is Zhao Yunru, Tai Young Medical CEO.
Tai Young Medical? They're Sarif's biggest competition.
How do you think they got that way? Zhao doesn't like competition, see? So she uses hack attacks, blackmail, extortion, anything she can do to destabilize him. No offense, but Sarif was just the latest in a long line.
You got any proof of this?
There's a surveillance recording in the Tai Young Tower. I've stashed it on the server in case I ever needed an insurance policy.
Not a very smart place to hide it, seeing as you don't work there anymore.
Things got hot before I could move it. And now, I got you to get it for me. Of course, you can't just walk into that place. You're gonna need an employee card encoded with your biometrics to use the TYM shuttle.
Let me guess. You're gonna tell me where to get one.
Hey, I'm always prepared. There's a certain security guard, likes to dabble with the ladies. You'll find him at the Hung Hua Hotel top floor corner room. Sneak in, snatch the card while he's otherwise engaged, and bring it back here so I can code it with the biometrics in your passport.
I was there when you flatlined that Mo, Van Bruggen. You think I'm gonna trust you?
You have to if you want that evidence. Now run along, Sarif, man. And don't get too distracted watching the action.
If you would like to hear more of my exclusive interview with Hugh Darrow, log on to